Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Tina Marie, and if you are new here, welcome. And if you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for being here today. And I just want to give an update of my health because it's been a very confusing journey for me, as well as all the symptoms that I've been having. Like I feel like it's been like incrementing in pain, and like I have other like symptoms that have been coming along that has left me confused of what's happening to my body, because even doctors can't explain like what's going on, and sometimes I feel so alone and trying to understand what is going on. And I haven't been receiving like complete treatments, only for I only have been like getting treatments for the current symptoms but not targeting the real problem. So I'm going to explain that to you in a bit, but I'm going to go back into what happened in December. So in December, I had to go to an ENT because my rheumatologist was trying to get me to see different specialists. So I had a referral with a neurologist, and then with my ENT, and then another doctor that specialized for my thyroid. So I don't know what happened, but I had a bunch of tests where I first had positive for lupus, and then they tried it again to test me again, and it came out negative like 5 times. So it wasn't that. So I went to my ENT to get my glands checked because I explained that I had severe dry mouth and severe dry eyes, and sometimes I would get eczema, and I wasn't sure like what was going on. So like they thought I had possibly Sjogren's disease, but it didn't show up in my blood work. So they checked my glands, and then I received a phone call which they said I had possible Sjogren's disease, but that I didn't have like sufficient changes in my gland. It was just very like small changes. So that's all he said on the phone call. But yet I needed like a tangible proof to be able to like for all the results to my rheumatologist to make sense of it, right? So I requested like a letter with all my like lab work and everything. So they did send that out, and it said on the paper possible Sjogren's, but is insufficient changes in gland. So then it said on the bottom no Sjogren's disease. So it was like kind of like not very defined. It just said like first, yes, I did like possibly have it, but then towards the end it said, like you don't have it because you don't have sufficient changes in your gland. So I was like, okay, so now what? So then I went to my appointment with my thyroid doctor, and so they checked my thyroid and everything. So they said I didn't have like anything abnormal about my thyroid, and that it was normal, and that probably like the lab work came out positive, because sometimes uh, like it could go up and down, or in the results like sometimes it could be positive and then negative, but then that doesn't really define if you have a thyroid problem. And so it's very complex with all the testing, but she said that you have to rule out many different things, and that they only treat symptoms. If someone really has the symptoms, then they go by that instead of going by lab like blood work. You know what I mean? So I was kind of like puzzled and like confused even more. So then after that, I went to my neurologist appointment. So this was in February, and they asked me my symptoms. So I let them know that I was having like severe hand pain and face pain. Like I would feel like pain on my face, like around my eye and or up my head or my jaw, and that sometimes I couldn't walk up the stairs, that it was very difficult for me, especially if I got sick, that would kind of trigger my symptoms to get worse. So he said that he was gonna like get a referral for me to get a CT scan. So it's a CAT scan, and so I went and I did that. And so uh, when I went back to my doctor to see my results, this was maybe 3 weeks later. And so he read the results to me, and he said I have trigeminal neuralgia, which I already knew from the beginning when I started the whole pain from my face, like maybe 3 years ago. because nobody was giving me answers. So I was reading into it because I had herpetic eye, and then I started having all these pain on my face. So um, I told the doctor, yeah, I knew that I had trigeminal neuralgia because I had herpetic eye. So I had a lot of relapses with that. And I almost lost my eyesight. And so I read about it. So I know that the herpes simplex 1 or zoster or these different type of viruses live in the trigeminal nerve. So I kind of knew that it got damaged or it got trauma because of the virus that I had in my eye and so many relapses. So he said, okay, we're going to have you start taking gabapentin for the pain. And he wanted me to start off with 100 milligrams because I expressed that I was scared taking gabapentin because I read like the side effects and all that. And so I started taking it. So it made me a little drowsy. So I started to like just take it once a day. So he told me try to take it once a day, maybe at night, and see how you feel. So we started doing that, but then the medicine wasn't really working out for me. My body was starting to get used to it really fast. And so he started to have me take it 3 times a day. So 100 milligrams morning, midday, and then nighttime. So then that wasn't working out for me. So we had to up it for 200. Like it was 200 morning, 200 midday, and then 200 at night. And then I was like, no, I still feel the pain. And the pain was starting to migrate. It was really weird because I started to feel severe pain here on my face, but then I started to notice that it would echo from my ear to my neck, down my shoulder, and then down to these 2 fingers. I would feel pain. And I would tell my neurologist, hey, like, why am I feeling this pain? And he asked me, did you pinch a nerve or anything? Did you like have like did you sleep wrong or have any type of weird movement? And I told him no. I mean, I've been in medical leave for quite a bit and I've been like, taking care of myself. So every time I have like this episode, it would migrate. So he thought I had like arthritis, like I don't know what type of arthritis, but he said that he wanted to have x-rays done on my neck. So he sent another referral. So I did go and the results came in and they came in normal. So like he just suggested that maybe I just needed to take another method. So he started me with gabapentin 200 day, midday, and then 300 for nighttime. And then from there, he also wanted me to come in for, I guess it's called like a nerve block with lidocaine. And so they would spray up my nose, first the left side, then the right. And that stuff really burned really bad. And it worked out for me because it would make me have like pain free for a whole week. And that was fine. But then I couldn't come in all the time, like once a week, because he wanted me to come once a week. But then I started noticing that the pain would migrate to the other side, and I was worried, and I was like, I don't want this problem to affect now this side because I read that this was rare, like having the nerve pain on 2 sides. So I was kind of confused because I was like, my affected area was in this side where this eye had herpetic eye. And so I was like, this is weird. So I explained that to him. And so he thinks it's like the neck pain that's creating that other side pain and that the nerve like it's being affected by my artery. So I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I just feel like this is not normal. My symptoms are not normal. And so I went to my cornea specialist because I remember that week where I saw my neurologist, I had to go see my like cornea specialist too. So I explained to my cornea specialist like my symptoms. He wanted to know what my CAT scan results were. So I told him and I told him like all my symptoms and my pain. And he said it has to do with the herpetic eye or the virus itself, that sometimes that it could create that pain or that trauma on the nerve. And I guess it's like those episodes that you can get. So he suggested for me to start a cyclovir once again, starting with a low dose of 200 milligrams to help subside the pain because he said that that helps. as well, so to keep the virus dormant and pain free. So I've been taking that alongside with the gabapentin. And what else? And I also got the nerve block. So I've been doing those three things. And so far, I feel great today. But I mean, it has been maybe like 3 months that I was in severe pain. Now, I do have severe dryness of my eyes. I do take three different medications. So I take this one, which is called Mebo or Nebo. Uh, I guess it's like a new medication that they give for your eyes to be hydrated. It's like an oil based type of eye drops, and you're supposed to use them every like 4 times a day, I guess. And then I also take what's it called? These are called Exidra. So I take these as well, but these I take it day and afternoon, on the morning and afternoon, sorry. And then I use Evitsia throughout the day if I feel dryness. This one it's preservative free, so you can use this any time of the day if you need so. And then at nighttime, I take lysine, I think it's called, or no, Sustain. It's called Sustain Nighttime Severe Dry Eye Relief. This helps me at night because at night usually I have like episodes of dryness, and so that really helps me like to sleep comfortably. And just I've been drinking a lot of water, and I've also been taking vitamins as well to help out with my symptoms and everything. But it has been a ride for me because I've been talking to other people that have autoimmune diseases, and they have explained to me that it takes 10 years for you to be able to see it in your blood. And like if they do blood work, it takes like 10 years to be able to develop that autoimmune disease. So it's just very frustrating because I feel like some doctors treat me like I'm crazy or something and I'm feeling all these symptoms. And I even went to get a second opinion with another rheumatologist, and she said that I don't seem to express any type of autoimmune disease, and to speak with my neurologist because it seems like it has to do more with like herpes virus. So I'm just kind of like frustrated as well. So I've been doing research about the herpes simplex vaccine, and they've been trying to develop it in Washington State. There is a research clinic in Washington where they're trying to strive for a cure for herpes, just because a lot of people have been having complications. So they have postponed it a little bit because they're still trying to test it out, and they're still trying to get the approval of the government to be able to test it in humans. So I wrote to them that I wanted to be someone that, could test it out, just because I've been having so much like problems with my health and stuff. So I just kind of wanted to like be able to make a difference in other people's life as well, because it's frustrating, and I don't know if this is triggering me to have an autoimmune disease, or if it's just like part of the virus that is just giving me a hard time with my immune system, because it's affecting me tremendously in like in normal tasks. I can't even brush my teeth, I can't even wash my face, or like I can't even have the wind hitting me because it triggers that nerve pain, and that nerve pain is causing me to have all this like pain migrate in different parts of my body. And I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if you guys have been through this yourself, with this frustration of not knowing what's going on with your health. And I'm just, I don't know, I'm just sad and lost, but I'm still here trying to find answers, and I'm going to be journaling more of my health journey. So stay posted for that. And thank you guys for being here and watching this video. And I hope this video can reach a lot of people to spread awareness. And I'm going to be posting the link below to show you the research clinic where they're developing this vaccine for herpes simplex 1 and 2. And they are a nonprofit organization as well, where they try to get funds from people who donate to be able to make this possible, to find a cure for this virus. So if you guys want to support that, that would be wonderful, so that we can live a very dignifying and pain-free life. And I feel like we need it because herpes is very contagious and you could get it anywhere. You could get it like in if you work in public places. Like I work as a teacher and I'm around kids, and that's how I got it. And you could get it anywhere. So it would be nice to have that vaccine for everyone. So, and that vaccine is supposed to be a cure for someone that actually has herpes. It actually cures it 99%. And also, it is preventative. So, if you don't have it and you want to prevent it, like from creating all these problematic problems like I have, then that one is a wonderful option. And I hope that they will bring that out like soon because we all need it. So, thank you guys for watching and talk to you guys soon.